How's it going, gamers? My name is Rushcode, and today I'm going to be working on some pixel art. Originally, my platform game was going to be within 4 walls and a floor, and I wanted to see if I could use the UE4 grass textures to make it look more natural. Unless I'm doing something wrong, the textures in UE4 seem to be quite low in resolution and just very large in file size. So I decided to do my own search on Google to find some grass textures, but I couldn't find anything suitable, so I thought I'd try making some on my own. So I got to work by setting up a tile size, a patch size, and a bunch of different layers. I went ahead and set up 7 different colors, where most of them are using green as the main parameter. The default patch color was the main background color that I would use for the grass, preceded by lighter and lighter layers of green, and then a dark layer to give it some depth, along with white and yellow to create some randomization. These colors were then assigned to the tile based on a percentage. For example, 0.4 is 40% of the total number of patches you can have in a tile. So without assigning any of these colors yet and just applying the default layer, this is what the tile looks like. From here, I'm going to activate one color at a time so that you can see what the patch colors look like individually and just the number of patches that appear. And this is what it looks like when you layer them one over the next. After settling on this color configuration, I went on to make a set of tiles by downsizing the scale of this tile and using a nested for loop system for drawing them. This was much easier to accomplish when using classes, so I made a class for the tile and a class for the patches that go into the tile and came up with these for loops. The translations and rotations were a bit tricky to work with just because my tile was not originally printing at the center but rather from the corner. A simple tweak to the tile class fixed all of that. Without the rotation, you can see that the tiles will create a repetitive pattern throughout the set. But when rotation is on, the tiles create a randomized pattern. At the moment, this is only using one tile rotated in different angles to create the entire pattern. If I bumped it up to 10 different variations of the tile set becomes much more unique and randomized. In fact, just looking at this tile set right now, it looks like there's a lot more going on in this area of it rather than here. It's almost like, it reminds me of Minecraft, where all this different green represents spruce trees and other trees and whatnot. So this area down here could be denser or higher up in the mountains, while this area here is more like a grassland. At the moment, the green value in the RGB setting is 100 out of 255. But if I change this to 50, the colors can look a little bit different. And this is one of my favorites because it has a more ground earthy texture to it. So if I save this image and import it into UE4 as a texture, I can now create a material for it which I can place into the world. The scale itself isn't quite right just because the walls themselves are not square, so it's going to stretch these textures. So now that I knew how to make my own textures, or at least use a code to randomly generate them for me, because I'm too lazy to make them myself, I started playing around with different red, green, and blue values to see what kind of tiles I could create. And these are the ones I came up with. You can make different tile sets by combining some of these different tiles together. The best part about this program is that you can make your own colors and tweak the values that I set. If you guys want to try this out for yourself, links in the description. What kind of patterns can you guys come up with? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. I've got more videos coming your way on UE4, so if you want to be a part of this awesome community and grow this channel, then click the subscribe button and ring the bell. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye!